You're listening to The Rusty Humphries Show on 640 WGST and 640WGST.com.
Welcome back. It is The Rusty Humphries Show from Atlanta for Atlanta on 640WGST.com. One of Atlanta's great athletes. The guy that won the very first Peachtree Road Race, right?
That's correct.
Oh, man. I don't even think the dream of even coming close. Anyway, Jeff Galloway is here, one of the great runners, great athletes, great coaches of all time. Has a great website, jeffgalloway.com, right?
Yes, Rusty.
And you've got a number of books here. Let's see, you brought some books in. I'm like, okay, I already own this one, Running Until You're 100.
That's my goal, to run to
100?
Till I'm 100, yes.
How fast did you do the race this past weekend?
Oh gosh,
6 miles.
I don't even know.
I don't know. You don't even pay attention.
No, I ran with my wife Barbara. We had a good time.
Okay. Running Until You're 100 for runners in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s for beginners and advanced runners. This is a great book. Galloway Training Programs own this one too. Another great book. And then a new one, Mental Training for Runners, How to Stay Motivated. I will keep this one. Thank you very much. Anyway, so Jeff, I was asking you, fall is when it's best to do these races. I've learned in your book that the optimal temperature of running is at 60 degrees.
That is correct.
And so that's October, November, not December, but in some places maybe. So people are going, okay, maybe I could do a race or something. It's not too late to start.
No, the exhilaration of crossing the finish line in a half or full marathon is simply incredible, and it changes people's lives.
Okay, this is where I got. I don't mean to interrupt you, but the first time I crossed the finish line of a marathon, it was the Portland Marathon. You were there, and it was not. The exhilaration was, oh, thank God it's over. Oh, jeez. Oh, let me take a nap.
And that is true. And actually, a lot of people don't even make it that far because they didn't train adequately. So my mission has now become to make it an enjoyable experience. And believe it or not, it can be with the right run-walk-run ratio and the right training program.
Although the Portland one that we were in, it was just the weather was awful. Remember that?
Yeah, there aren't many bad years there because I've done that race at least 20 times.
Mm-hmm. Really?
I've got to tell you, most of the years are fantastic.
Okay, so I just want a bad
was
one.
Not.
Okay, and I'll always remember the date of my first marathon, 10-10-10.
There you go.
10-10-10. All right. Now, I know you do a bunch of races with the Disney folks, and they do some fantastic marathons, and those are coming up October, November, December.
There's nobody that makes it more fun than the Disney people. They have the characters out on the course. They take care of logistics, getting to the start, getting back from the finish, and it's just enjoyable there as you achieve this momentous thing. They have a wine and dine half marathon.
So do you get liquored up and eat as you're running?
Well, afterwards.
Okay.
They reward you with that. And then you have the Princess and several women's races. The growth in running now is with women. It's amazing.
Now, one of the things Bruce Jenner's a good friend of mine, and he's always tells me if you want to do something, you've got to have that goal. So the first thing I would be is to say, if you're going to start running, is okay, pick a race.
Absolutely. The one, we respond to deadlines. You put that race date on the calendar, you're about 10 times more likely to get out and exercise regularly.
And then pay for it.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're going to do the marathon, you pick the date and then pay for it 5 months in advance.
And you have to do that now because most of the halves and the fulls close out very early.
People don't have any idea, do they?
No.
I mean, they
crazy.
go, I'll be there by myself. No, you want to go to the Disney Marathon weekend in January, you better do it right now. You better sign up.
Absolutely.
And that'll also help encourage people, right?
The other thing that's really missed the radar is everybody that signs up for a marathon infects about 20 other people to change their health behaviors in a positive direction.
Really?
Yes, and about 5 of those statistically end up signing up the next year for one of the events.
Okay, now if you don't have any idea what to do or start, or you're a guy like me that's getting into it, you've got books and stuff. Do you have like programs online that people can learn and figure out how to do this thing?
Yes, we have a number of free ones out there at jeffgalloway.com. We also have links to other services. There are several apps out there now. One is put out by Lolo Fit, and it combines music with my coaching. So you download each day's workout, and I will coach you through a 5K or 10K. later, there will be a half and a full.
Do you yell at me as I'm running?
I don't yell at you.
See, you're too nice.
I do.
I go, move your ass, let's go!
I will suggest some things, Rusty, but seriously, there's a number of these apps out there. Another one is out of Run Keepers. I have a program there. And then Motion Tracks syncs up the walk breaks with the music. So there are a number of ways to stay motivated.
And then you also have a great timer that I have, the Run Walk Run timer.
That has taken all the stress out of taking walk breaks. It beeps or vibrates when it's time to take a walk break, and then does the same thing when it's time to run again.
And see, what I learned was when I have my GPS watch, it's easy to go, okay, it's a minute, 2 minutes, whatever. But when you start into that second hour, that's where it gets you thrown off. And
Absolutely.
So if you're doing a longer run, a half marathon, a full marathon, you need to have like a timer like that. So.
And it takes the guesswork out.
Well, Jeff, it's such a pleasure having you here. And do you have any suggested races that you'd say, okay, if you're going to start today or tomorrow, this would be a good one to have as your first half marathon?
Well, the Disney has a whole series, and they're so much fun. And the other major element is that family members can be rewarded for putting up with your training behaviors over a period of 6 months.
That's right. So while you're getting this getting yourself mentally ready, they can be at Epcot.
So go to rundisney.com, and you can see a whole host of events that are just doggone fun.
And you're one of the official trainer for people for the Disney runs too, right?
I am. There's several other cause races. One is the Breast Cancer Marathon and Half in Jacksonville in February. 100% of the entry fee goes to breast cancer research at Mayo Clinic. And then the Freedom Marathon that has a Navy theme in Norfolk to benefit the Wounded Warrior Foundation.
And you were in the Navy, right?
I sure was, and I really fully support their efforts because they help a whole lot of the Wounded Warriors.
Yeah. Thank you for your service to the country too, Jeff.
Thank you.
Hey, God bless you, my brother. Jeff Galloway, one of the great athletes of our time, one of the great coaches to turn his athletic abilities into something to help other folks. Go check his website out, jeffgalloway.com. Gallo, Gallo, way, jeffgalloway.com. We'll take a quick one and be right back. Don't you dare go anywhere. This is the Rusty Humphries Show on 640 WGST.